you can say, I want you to wear this wig. Phone child line immediately. Don't pass go, phone child line. And Garnival, cops doing... Your man's, what do you call the chief constable? Hugh Ord's going to be your man, Simon Cowell.
I think.
He's going to be the guy who's going to be going... And today, yes, Hugh, we are going to do synchronised baton beating as our... They've now legalised tasers. Tasers! You're going to have... Shaftesbury Square is going to be like an open-air disco on a Saturday night.
That's what they'll probably do, if the X Factor thing, and then you go, right, Mervyn, right, now go in here, I'm going to be Michael Jackson, you give me 40,000 votes, all right, here we go.
You know what they were doing? The taser thing, they were holding it up, right, the police authority, there was all Amnesty International involved. They were actually testing, they had to work out how much votes to give, you know what I mean? Because you can't vote a 14-year-old with the same as you can an adult.
Oh, you can. Some of them are fucked.
How do you test it? That's what I'm saying. They've had to have hands up for the test. They've had to...
No, you electrocute the 14-year-old. You just electrocute the fat 14-year-old and you time how long it takes him to stop jiggling. Oh, he's a 15-second one. Give him another one. Turn up the dial.
That's what you want. Bringing scales with them and saying, right, sorry, would you mind stepping on that? Thank you. Right, adjust the thing. Oh.
So that's like Star Trek where they used to land and then he'd say, switch your lasers to stun. Yeah.
That's it.
Is that what it's like?
See, on a Friday and Saturday night here, the whole electricity grid's going to go...
You know the cops, so the cops will be cooking pasty suppers with that.
But also this idea of the stylist, did you see the thing as well that came out? Sir Ian Blair, you know, the head of Scotland Yard, is on his way out because...
He's resigned?
Yeah, but because there's a story in the paper about him giving £15,000 to friends of his for styling techniques.
What?
For styling so that he could fashion himself and present. He wore a uniform.
But at least the PSNI, at least they're working, because that's the other thing that they're saying now, that they're double job.
Yeah.
That some of them, a lot of them registered their interests, and one of them was a funeral director, as well as being a PSNI officer. That's class. Just sorry for your trouble. But where were you on the night in question? One of them was a hypnotherapist. Yeah. One of them was a colour stylist. Can you imagine just hoofing a lad down the stairs? It appears your colours are mainly black and blue. The double job, and that's a disgrace. You know who said it? It is a disgrace. That's what the First Minister, Peter Robinson, MP and MLA, said. Imagine having more than one job. That's what the First Minister said. It was terrible.
The one I liked was there's a cop somewhere working as a child's entertainer.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself yet? Dance, you wee bastards, dance!
He's doing Punch and Judy.
I've got a teaser!
He's probably doing Punch and Judy show. I'm sorry, I cannot intervene. This is a domestic situation.
Americans do talent shows, right? The Americans had one, and America's Got Talent, and there was a woman on that. I would have paid to see. I would have paid to see this. And seemingly she had 88-inch bust, and her talent was she could crush 9 beer cans with her right breast.
No.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
It's on YouTube, my friends. I am nothing if thorough in the research of this show. Let me just tell you, if you put in 88-inch breast into Google, it's not the first thing that comes up. lot of fat men come up, ladies and gentlemen. She has. Do you know the way breasts come in lots of shapes and sizes? There's titties, which are the small ones that point upwards, and then there's like diddies, and they're like slightly bigger ones, and then there's boobies, and they're like, you know, handfuls, and then there's like bazongas, and they're like, whee. These things were huge. Her cleavage was like a foot long. It's from there to. It looks like somebody's gotten a bypass surgery. That's what it looks like. This woman. Like they bang and they. Oh, don't mind. That's the talent. By the way, if that's how she crushes cans, if everybody crushed cans like that, I would recycle way more than normal. But that's not a talent. I've got one word for you to get her to do to the next level: trampoline.
Thank you for that. So who are we blaming for talent shows?
Musty Heart.
Yes, a former talent show star, Liberal MP Lembit Opik, is to appear on Big Brother. Opik was recently dumped by one of the cheeky girls, although he still doesn't know which one. Can we have our next question, please?
Hello, I am Paddy from Kilcoo. Who do you blame for bad relationships?
Sinn Féin and the DUP are barely speaking. The executive hasn't met, the Assembly is deadlocked, and most people in Northern Ireland are thinking, do you know what? It's a pity Michael Stone didn't make it past the revolving door. But who can we blame for bad relationships?
Well, that's a bad relationship politically, and I think that all political relationships end up being bad. But to me, the one that's the maddest at the moment is the one that's going on in America. This Sarah Palin, who could be vice president of America, because she's the running mate of John McCain, which is just mad. Because if you look at it, you look at it and you look at him, you know it's basically just an old bloke after a bit of fanny. That's right. He's looked at it and he's thought, oh, do you want to be vice president? And she's gone, well, maybe. Oh, just touch it.
The other one, Mick Jagger. Did you read about Mick Jagger?
Oh, with the...
Yeah. 60, he's 60, what, 65, 66, something, and he's going out with a wee girl, 23. 23? What do they have to talk about? Like, how does he get a conversation?
I know.
Do you remember the moon landing? No, you wouldn't remember the moon landing. No, Liveate. No, you weren't. Okay, Liveate. Teletubbies, which one do you like?
She's the daughter of one of his mates.
That's bad.
Which is just... It only happens in Norfolk, stuff like that. You can't...
Have you ever been to Tyrone?
No, but I think I'll go.
There's another sort of bad relationship going on in Ballymoney. There's a school.
Oh, the school?
Yeah. It's bad feeling between the school, who wants to become an integrated school. It's a state school at the moment, right? And they want to turn it into an integrated school. Now, here, a state school means anybody can go to it, but mostly Protestants. And, but as soon as you call it an integrated school, then it's okay to take everybody, right? Now, they had a vote with the parents, and not many of the parents could be arsed voting. Only 30% of them voted, but the majority of the 30% voted for it. And there's people giving off stink about it. Some of the parents have taken their kids out of the school. There's 16 kids being taken out of the school because it's going to be turned into an integrated school. So that means there's going to be Catholics there. And they're on the radio all week. It's been the most depressing news story I have heard in years. And I listened to the parents today on the radio, and they were going on about it and saying, oh, no, I have no problem now with people integrating and people from the other side coming into the Protestant school. And, but, you know, they're going to take away the Britishness out of the school. They're going to take down the Union flag. The Union flag is going to come down, so I took the child out of the school. I don't think anybody's lost any future geniuses there. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. Not anyone.
I'm still thinking of Mick Jagger. I think that's amazing.
What do you call the name of the woman? It's
Millie Molly Mandy.
Millie.
No, her name was Molly Miller Mundy. It sounds like somebody in a nursery rhyme. Molly Millie Mundy woke up on a Tuesday, saw an old man at the end of her bed. Thought it was Mick Jagger, asked her to his shagger. 3 minutes later, he was dead.
Was it a Millie Molly? You can say, hello, mate, this is my best friend. Look out, Molly. Dance for me. What she can do.
Apparently her dad turned around and he says, well, it could have been worse. It could have been Paul McCartney.
Can we have our next question, please?
Hi, I'm John from Antrim. Who do you blame for spies?
Thank you, John from Antrim. Yes, it was revealed this week that TV presenter Aggie Mackenzie worked in Northern Ireland as an MI6 spy. In fact, it was whilst carrying out surveillance on an IRA safe house that Aggie came up with the programme idea, how forensically clean is your house? But who do we blame for spies?
Aggie was a spy.
Aggie was an MI6 spy, worked in Northern Ireland in the 70s.
Aggie, how clean is your house was a spy. Sent over here to spy on Catholics, presumably in the Ra. That's pointless sending a woman that's how clean is your house. Our cover would have been blown immediately because Catholics are dirty people. You know, I would have spotted it clean into